Hello, English students. This is an overview of the persuasive essay assignment. The assignment sheet can be found in this week's folder. Please pull it up and follow along. Assignment. This is not a research paper, so opinions and evidence will be your own. You will not need to do any research for this actual paper, and you are actually not allowed to use any outside sources or even the two articles except for in your introduction paragraph. Prompt. Both articles, High School and Totems and Tokens, discuss how our identity is shaped. Claim 1. Outlet argues that material items, clothing, jewelry, technology, and even social media pages tell about our identities. However, sometimes these objects may mislead other people's perceptions about who we are and what we value. Claim 2. White asserts that the social groups or tribes we participate in provide others with information on our identities. However, participation in these groups may not leave much room for individuality. With this in mind, write an essay where you agree or disagree with one of the above author's claims. Your thesis statement will restate the claim you chose and identify three reasons you agree or disagree. Here are two examples of thesis statements. 1. One's material objects can give insight into a person's identity by X, Y, Z. Or, association with a particular group or tribe does not always provide accurate information on a person's identity because X, Y, Z. You'll notice in both of those examples, I have identified the claim in which I am agreeing or disagreeing with. Example number 1 agrees with claim 1, whereas example number 2 disagrees with claim 2. You will also see that there are reasons listed. The X, Y, and Z would be the three reasons why I am agreeing or disagreeing. There are specific directions for each paragraph. For your introduction paragraph, you're going to refer to the article that corresponds with your opinion. You're going to briefly summarize the article by mentioning three or four of the major points in that article. You're going to follow it up with a general comment about the issue and then transition into your thesis statement. Thesis statement information is also in this week's folder. Note, this is the only place that you will reference one of the articles. You will not use the articles for the remainder of the essay. The introduction is the only place that you are allowed to summarize the articles. I would prefer that you summarize and not directly quote from the articles in your introduction. Introductions are typically shorter than other paragraphs in your essay, and so they do not need to include any direct quotes from either article. Summarization is enough. Next, you will start to discuss your reasons in the form of three body paragraphs. Each body paragraph follows the exact same pattern. The only difference is that each body paragraph will discuss a different reason. These were the reasons that you listed in your thesis statement. So reason X, reason Y, reason Z. You'll notice that in the description of the body paragraphs, I have color coordinated certain words. These are types of sentences in the body paragraph. The color coordination goes with the body paragraph's PowerPoint that's also in this week's folder. In the PowerPoint, you will learn what a supporting sentence is, elaboration sentence, and elaboration sentence is. And more importantly, you will learn how those sentences function within the paragraph. For each reason, you're going to have two of those sentences or types of sentences each. Remember, every sentence in a paragraph should have a function. It should be doing something. So you will have two supporting sentences, two elaboration sentences, and two elaboration detail sentences within each paragraph. So you will present your first reason from the thesis statement with a topic sentence. Then present a supporting sentence following an elaboration sentence with an elaboration sentence and an elaboration detail sentence. Next, present another supporting sentence following with an elaboration sentence and an elaboration detail sentence. End with the concluding sentence that refers back to your thesis statement and transitions to the next paragraph. Again, the pattern is the same for the next two paragraphs. The only difference is the reason that you will discuss. And to know how these sentences are functioning and what they should do, refer to the body paragraphs PowerPoint. All of your body paragraphs should be equal in length and discussion. This is the meat of your essay. So it should be equal in length and discussion. This is where you lay out all of your examples and you continue to try to persuade the audience into agreeing with you. These should be the longest paragraphs in your essay. And again, they should be discussed equally. Last is your conclusion paragraph. You're going to reiterate or present your 3 points yet again. You're going to insert a concluding comment. This could be a call to action. This could leave the audience with a final thought of contemplation. You could also place the issue on a larger scale. So think of identity on a larger scale, identity as far as national, identity as far as international, and the implications that one's identity can have on them or on others in society. This is where you kind of tie those things together and show that this is an important topic that needs to be discussed. This is also your last chance to convince or persuade the audience to believe the way you do. Last but not least, there are specific criteria or requirements for this particular essay. This is a formal essay that will be written in MLA format. We will review MLA format. You can also make an appointment to the Writing Center where they will help you with an MLA template to get you started with your MLA format. It will be 750 to 1,000 words. That's around 3 to 5 pages, not including a works cited page. So 3 to 5 pages, not two and some change, but three complete full pages. Your font is Courier New 12 point. I will also accept Times New Roman 12 point, but Courier New is actually a little bit larger than Times New Roman, so it kind of helps a little bit when it comes to the length requirement. You are welcome. You're going to use formal academic language because this is a formal essay. So we're not going to use contractions. We're going to say do not instead of don't. We're going to say cannot instead of can't. You won't use any slang, any cliches, any informal language, text language. If it sounds like you're talking to your best friend at the house, it is not appropriate for this paper. You're also not going to use first and second person pronouns, and I have some listed here. I, me, my, mine, our, your, yours, you, we, us. Anything that puts yourself into the paper, that puts you into the essay, or projects onto the audience, we're going to take that out. Also note that it should go without saying that this essay should be grammatically correct. So you're going to proofread, you're going to bring your best grammar to this actual essay. You're going to give it an appropriate title. And an appropriate title is not persuasive essay. It is not identity essay. You're going to give it a title that makes the reader want to read it. Your title should be relatively short. Think 3 to maybe 5 words. Think about movie titles. How movie titles give you a glimpse into what the movie is about. They are typically catchy, but they don't give away the whole movie. That's how you want to title your paper. You will have a works cited page for this essay, but there will only be one article on it, and it will be the article that you summarized in your introduction. I am going to give you the citation information for both of those articles, where all you have to do is copy and paste them onto a blank Word document. Last but not least, as far as evaluation, the essay will be scored using a rubric. You will receive the rubric about 1 week before the due date. Please make sure that you are familiar with that rubric so that you know how you'll be scored. Stay tuned for further information as we continue throughout this essay. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.